obviously things have been done not always correctly. I think St. Clair Shores, I've been here a long time, and it's probably been that way for a lot of years that people have put in positions who have known someone or been a relative. I think it needs to start with our city manager as we go forward. We need to do and they use the word national search. I'm not sure about a national search, but we clearly need to do a search. We need a qualified person to, I think, shake up the staff, and I think that's where it starts. And if we get that, I think it'll funnel down through all other departments. If we were able to get someone from outside the city with a strong background, a number of years of good leadership elsewhere, I think that will help the city move forward.
I mentioned this to some people before this event. I think I'm doing a lot of head nodding up here tonight. I agree with what's been stated. Or the best candidate out there might not be in our backyard. They might be somewhere else, and we would be remiss if we didn't search for the best qualified candidate to give our tax dollars to and to put so much trust and responsibility on. Especially given our city managers and pending retirement, there's going to be a pretty big vacancy we need to fill. Maybe look for someone who's cut his teeth in another city who has proven results, and the kind of results we'd be looking for in St. Clair Shores, who has proven himself or herself to be the best candidate for this. And like I said, I agree with everyone else. We need to look beyond friendships or relations and just focus on the qualifications, focus on the education, focus on somebody who has a proven track record in another municipality that we could bring into here, and he could do the same thing, or she could do the same thing that they did someplace else. So, thank you.
Mark, the next one will be for you. I'm going to combine this. There's actually 3 questions on here, but I think I can combine 2 of them into one. The second one is more of an opinion. The first one, what are you doing to attract young people to St. Clair Shores? And probably an opinion on this. Our city attorney doesn't live in St. Clair Shores. Why?
Just city attorney first. I don't believe there's anything the charter says he has to live here. You know, and to me, is I think you get to live wherever you please in America. You know, as long as he's close enough to do his job. Family-wise, we've been out there working. We have Gaffney Park. We found money for that. Used some federal money for it. Redid that. Makes the baseball kids and the soccer kids a little bit happier. We are working over at Veterans Memorial Park. So now that we got a bunch of money, but we're trying to find money as we go. We've been down at Bryce Park there and pulled down a bunch of dead ash trees to try to make that park a little bit more friendlier, you know, for the kids and family to have something to do. I do believe that we're going to be coming up getting a soccer field down at Bryce. So part of that is to make sure you have family-friendly things to attract them here for. I mean, Veterans Memorial Park with the water park there has been good. Unfortunately, our beaches are not always open, but that is a positive that we show that off.
Mr. Erie has been the city attorney for almost 30 years. I think his firm, he took it over from Mr. Killebrew, who probably was in here another 20, 15 years. The city attorney and his office has been around here for 40 years. I do think Mr. Erie does a fine job. He's a good attorney. Do I think that we need to evaluate Mr. Erie or evaluate the attorney? Absolutely. It's been a long time. But he is a good attorney, and I don't think he doesn't have his office. His office happens to be up on Jefferson, but I don't think he's entitled really to live. He lives in Grosse Pointe. I don't think he has to live here. And he does a good job, Mr. Erie. On the young people, I think Mr. Moffett talked a little bit about it, trying to enhance our parks and rec. We are in a tough position. I think we are an older community with smaller homes. The Chesterfield, Macomb Township is the St. Clair Shores of the 70s when I was here, when we had 90,000 people and kids were everywhere. And many of those families have chosen to go back or to go out to Macomb Township. They want the larger homes. We have a smaller stock home. I think we are in tough competition with them. Hopefully, maybe the economy, and that sounds bad, I hope the economy helps us, but to some extent, I think maybe that brings some of the people back. But it is very tough, and something that we don't control that will enhance younger families is good schools. And that isn't up to us, but you have solid school districts, families come here. And so, and I'm not saying that the district's not good, I'm saying that's what brings families many times here. Because I hear it with people I got smaller kids, and they talk about good school districts. That's what brings people here, and that's something that hopefully we can work on. But unfortunately, it's not always the city council that does that.
City attorney question has been addressed. There is a residency requirement. There's not even, as far as I'm aware of, a requirement that the office has to be in the city. It's actually kind of common for cities to hire city attorneys who do not live in the city or may not have their offices in the city. As far as young people, I grew up in St. Clair Shores. I lived there for 20 years. My parents still live there. My sister still lives there. I went up to law school. I just bought a house, and I intend on staying in St. Clair Shores for quite some time. And I think some of the things, I know Kip mentioned strong schools. My mom's a realtor in school districts. Strong schools are something that a lot of families obviously take into account when deciding where to move. Affordable housing is a big one, and that's something we do have. We have a lot of wonderful family homes that I know a lot of young people are moving to our city because of them. We need to highlight some of these things we have and really get out everything good that we can offer a family. We're on the water. We have a wonderful parks and recreation department that has numerous activities available for young residents, for teenage residents, sports, the pool, the skating rink, everything. I mean, we need to emphasize the wonderful things we can offer a young family, our schools, our location, our parks and rec department, everything. And I think that would be a good thing. Also, there was recently at the city council the kind of young woman who I'm moving to the city who expressed some displeasure with. She bought a house and how she was treated after she fixed up her house. She got struck hard by some of the ordinance and code enforcement. That's scaring people away from our city. And this young woman is exactly the type of resident we want moving in. We want more like her. And you think she's telling her friends, hey, come move to St. Clair Shores. Oh, by the way, I got struck hard by not shoveling my snow, or someone said I didn't mow my lawn. That's ridiculous. I think having a good, positive impression out there with say that works with this resident will encourage people to move into the state to tell others, hey, you know, this is a great place to live. I love living here. Come move your families in here. Thank you.